ang Newsbytes on Air kasama si katropang Melvin Kalinag at ito po ang inyong katropa si Marlon Magtira ng Newsbytes Philippines. Nakatutok kayo sa DWDD 1134 kHz Katropa Radio. Pinag-uusapan po namin ang mga sabot-saring issue ukol sa industriya ng teknolohiya sa Pilipinas at iba pang panig ng daigdig. Magandang umaga. At binabati po natin ang ating mga tagapakinig. Live streaming po tayo sa dwdd.com.ph all over the world. Tapitagang panauhin sa umagang ito.
Opo, mga katropa, tayo po ngayon ay napakaswerte sapagkat napagbigyan po tayo ng oras at pagkakataon na na maging panauhin ang isang napakagaling pong Pilipino. Siya po ay nirerespeto ko bilang isang executive, isang developer, at lalo po bilang isang Pilipino. Matagal na rin po siyang kilala at babasahin mo ngayon niya, katropang Marlon, yung profile niya sige, para magkaroon ng idea yung mga nakikinig sa atin at yung mga nanonood, lalo na kay Tita Mila sa San Diego, California.
Ito sinabi niya sa akin na katropang Melvin na dati wala siyang kamuwang-muwang sa teknolohiya, sa IT. At ngayon, alam na niya kung ano ang cloud computing, alam na niya kung ano ibig sabihin ng software.
Yan naman ang advokasya natin dito sa Newsbytes on Air. No? Gusto natin ibaba yung diskusyon sa mga tao na saan naintindihan nila at makakatulong sa kanila para maging digitally empowered sila. Na magamit nila ang teknolohiya para umunlad sa kanilang buhay, di ba? Sa kanilang kabuhayan, di ba? Yung katropang Marlon.
At ang mga katropa natin ay nagsisimula ng gumawa ng kanilang account sa social media network. Dati nakikinig lang na
ngayon
na nila.
May Twitter na sila, meron na sa Facebook.
Salamat nga daw sila at kahit na paano ay ibinababa natin ang mga termino, mga diskusyon para maintindihan ng ating mga tagapakinig na dati-rati ay walang kamuwang-muwang sa technology. Oo, ngayon meron na sila, nagkakamuwang na.
Okay. So, mga katropa, yung ating pong guest ay nagtrabaho po siya ng medyo matagal sa Amerika, specifically po sa Silicon Valley at sa Seattle area kung saan po nandun ang Microsoft. Nabanggit ko po yung Microsoft kasi ang ating pong panauhin ay isa sa original team, katropang Marlon, na develop ng first version
ginagamit na sa lahat halos ng mga computer o ng Windows-based
ano
computer.
ba kung ano yun?
Pati Apple-based computer.
Ginagamit to?
Oo, sa opisina to, sa opisina.
Microsoft Excel.
Yes,
Siguro tayo ay gumamit ng Excel. Yung panuuhin po natin mga katropa, isa pong Pilipino na naging part ng team na nag-develop po niyan. Kaya po, isa pong napalaking karangalan para sa atin na meron po pala tayong kababayan na tumulong sa pagbuo ng unang version ng software na halos lahat ng buong mundo ay gumagamit ngayon. Pero bago po nun mga katropa, katropang Marlon, yung panoorin po natin naging part din ng pagbuo ng yung Apple sa computer. Ito yung pinangalan ni Steve Jobs dun sa anak niya.
Ito yung kauna-unahang personal computer na dinevelop ng Apple company. Yes.
Hindi ko lang alam kung ito yung pinakauna, na dinevelop.
Personal.
Ito ba yung
kasi parang pang server yung mga una
okay. So basically, yung Lisa computer, yung po yung predecessor ng Mac. Of course, alam niyo po kung ano yung Mac ngayon. Karamihan po sa inyo gumagamit ng Mac. Yun po yung naging buhay niya nung nasa Amerika po, Tapos nung 1986 po, at siguro after the revolution po to, at nakita niyo siguro yung a new day was coming because of the revolution. Siguro na-inspire siya kay Cory Aquino at nagkaroon ng panibagong spark sa kanyang puso na magbalik sa Pilipinas. Kahit nga po siya ay bumalik sa aking bansa at tinayo niya ang isang software company called Match Data Systems. Ang alam ko, tawag dito MDS din, parang acronym niya. Tapos, ito po ay naibenta niya o binili ng Great Plains Software, isa pong
Makano ba yan?
US
19
software
billion ba yan?
company.
$19 billion.
Naku, tatanong natin. Tatanong natin mamaya.
Napakaraming
Oo, oo.
$19 billion.
No? Tapos, dahil nga binili ng Great Plains yung match data systems na tinayo ng ating panauhin, nagtrabaho din siya doon sa Great Plains. Doon ko siya nakilala, katropang Marlon. Yung office nila noon nasa Robinson's Equitable Summit Tower dyan sa Ortigas na napakaganda. Yun yung pinakamagandang opisina na nakita ko sa buong buhay ko.
Ganon?
Oo, napakaganda, sobra. At dahil nga, eventually, binili rin po ng Microsoft yung Great Plains. At nagtrabaho rin siya therefore, sa Microsoft for a few years. And then, after that, tinayo na rin niya yung kanyang sariling company called Gurango Software
Corporation.
So, siguro by this time, mga katropa, meron na kayong idea kung sino pong itong ano natin, no? Sino itong panauhin natin. Siya po ngayon ay presidente rin ng Philippine Software Industry Association. Okay. PSIA. So, makikita niyo po, hindi lang po basta yung business niya yung natupad niya rin po yung kapakanan ng buong software industry sa Pilipinas. So, marami pa pong mauubos po yung oras natin kapag in-introduce pa natin siya.
Kaya hanggang bukas ka na yan, hindi
Oo
na
nga.
natapos yan.
So,
tama na, mamaya na ulit.
Siguro, mamaya, as we go along, magbabanggit natin yung mga iba pa niyang nagawa on the course of his career. Mga katropa, ang
guest natin
sa Maganda sa Studio.
Ay, walang iba.
Walang iba, kundi si Mr. Joey Gurango.
Yes.
Joey, pati ka nila.
Good morning, Katropang Marlon, Katropang Melvin. It's good to be here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joey, for gracing our show. Marlon, malaking nakarangalan sa atin to na...
Despite yung sobrang busy.
Busy, oo.
Oo, nandito siya ngayon.
Oo, tsaka napaka-humble dito si Sir Joey, tawag ko nga dito, pag nagsusulat akong story, software guru. Oo, talagang...
Sa kabila ng tagumpay na kanyang nakamit sa kanyang larangan, nananatili siya nakatapak sa lupa.
Joey, can you just give us parang recollection, what were, ano ba yung nasa isip mo noon during those times when you decided to go back to the Philippines in 1986?
Siguro bago tayo mag-bisa, dapat mag-selfie muna tayo, no?
Oo, sige! In the tradition of...
Nung sinawala tayo sa Makati, mag-selfie
or Pasig.
tayo.
Hindi, nasaan tayo? Quezon City na ba ito?
Quezon City, yes. Quezon City.
So, hindi pa tayo Pasig. Anyway, siguro kailangan ko lang i-correct yung reason, no? Unang reason ko bumalik, nung bumalik ko galing sa Amerika, siyempre kasi gusto ko rin magtayo ng business dito.
Okay.
Meron na kaming business sa US.
Okay.
And kailangan namin mag-expand. Kailangan namin kumuha ng mas marami pa mga programmer.
Okay.
At since matagal na akong wala sa Pilipinas noon, yung kapatid ko, bata sa akin kapatid, sinabi sa akin, because he was still living in the Philippines. Sabi, Joey, maraming programmer dito. Siguro dito lang kayo ma-expand business sa ibang bansa. Kasi inisip namin noon, punta kami either sa Russia o sa Poland. Kasi nung panahon na yon, doon ang talagang parang kinikilalang maraming mga programmer. Kasi na India nun, hindi masyadong kilala sa
So Eastern Europe, Sir Joey?
Eastern Europe. This is, kasi that was after the fall of the Soviet Republic, diba? Pero sabi ng kapatid ko, maraming programo sa Pilipinas, Joey, dapat doon kayo magtayo. Eh ako naman wala akong alam. Sabi ko talaga, meron bang computer doon? Baka walang computer doon.
Okay.
Kung walang computer, walang programa. So bumalik ako, primarily for that reason. So when I came back, 1991 yun, was to set up a company here and to hire programmers. Pero yun lang ang unang reason. Meron pa akong pangalawang hidden reason. Because that was also to find my current wife. So merong...
wow! May ano pala? Merong love life component pala yung pagbalik ni Sir Joey, no?
Merong konting negosyo, pero merong konting pag-ibig at pag-alisaran sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
So that was what I was thinking. Ang katotohanan naman yan, Melvin, nung 1991, pagbalik ko dito, yung ginagawa namin noon lahat ng mga customer namin nasa US. Pero lahat ng mga programming na ginagawa namin sa Pilipinas ginagawa. So, in today's lingo, ang tawag doon, business process outsourcing. So, we were
BPO.
doing BPO, we were doing offshore outsourcing even before the term was known. Eh ngayon, siyempre, medyo common na yung natawag na call center saka outsourcing sa Pilipinas saka sa India. Katotohanan yan, noon pa ginagawa na yan. Hindi lang namin, pero marami ng kumpanya sa Pilipinas noon na gumagawa ng programs para sa mga dayuhang kumpanya. So, ginagawa namin nun at that time, hindi mo tinatawag na outsourcing, pero ginagawa na namin. So, to correct the impression, bumalik ako sa Pilipinas, una, para sa negosyo, pangalawa, para sa pag-ibig.
Ganun pala, romantic pala to si Sir Joey. Meron palang
Eventually naging matagumpay yung negosyo at saka yung life.
So, eventually, nag-settle na to si Sir Joey, no? Nung pagbalik nyo dito, ito na yung naging base ninyo.
Yeah, nung unang, siguro the first 2 years, pabalik-balik ako. Actually, sabihin sa'yo, nung unang 2 taon yun na pagbalik ko, in 2 years, I was able to amass 250,000 miles sa flight miles. Pabalik-balik kasi ako. So, 2 taon, 250,000 airline miles. And then after 2 years, sabi ko, hindi ko na kayang gawin to. Sabi nang kailangan meron akong matatawag na home base. And I had to make a decision kung gagawin kong home base ko, Seattle
Or Manila. Okay.
So at the end of 1992, I decided Manila will be my home base. So I settled here for good, and ever since I spend most of my time sa Manila na.
Okay. So, eventually, si Sir Joey became active as well sa sa mga industry issues, organizations such as PSIA, kung saan nga po siya ang presidente ngayon. So Joey, can you talk a little bit about what you're doing right now as president of PSIA?
First of all, the PSIA has been around for more than 25 years na ngayon.
Okay.
Actually, this is the 26th year. And it started out as a parang association of software companies that needed to have a group recognition. Kasi nung panahon na yon, kung gusto mong pumunta ng trade show sa ibang bansa, hindi ka lang makakapunta kung individual company ka lang. Kailangan part ka ng trade mission. And at that time, walang association sa Pilipinas representing software.
Okay.
So, initatag yung PSIA. Over the years, nag-evolve yung association yan. It started with 12 members
Yes.
until it grew to over 100 members. And today, we have about 170 members.
Wow.
The growth of the software industry started, not surprisingly, almost at the same time as the growth of the BPO business industry. No? Nung pagdating ng mga 1999, 2000, 2001, that was the Y2K era. Maraming kumpanya sa ibang bansa nangangailangan ng software services para matulungan silang ma-overcome yung Y2K bug. Now, the bulk of that, ang pinakamalaking ang naka-take advantage na, syempre is India. Most of the work went to India because napakarami nga naman nila, no? 1 billion sila compared to our 100 million. Pero a certain part of that also came to the Philippines. Doon nag-umpisa yung paglaki ng software industry. So from that point until the following 10 years, we experienced almost 100% growth in the industry every year. Malaki ang paglaki natin. Pero sabihin ko na lang katotohanan, ang pinakamalaking paglalaki ng ating industriya sa Pilipinas ay dahil sa mga dayuhang kumpanya rin. Malalaking kumpanya, sabihin natin IBM, HP, Accenture. Yan ang pinakamalaki. Kung tutusin, even though we have about 75,000 employees in our industry, mga software engineers, lampas kalahati niyan empleyado ng mga dayuhang kumpanya.
Okay.
So, ang parang one reason why I got involved, hindi naman sa sinasabi kong hindi maganda yung nangyayari dahil sa kadamihan ng mga dayong kumpanya. Pero it's also good syempre to try to encourage the growth of local companies. Because after all, this is the Philippines.
Yes.
So if you want Filipinos working for software companies, mas maganda kung yung company are software companies that are based or owned by Filipinos. So, ang advocacy ko and the reason why I finally did get involved in PSIN is I would like to see, I would like to encourage, I would like to nurture, I would like to look for ways to encourage more locally grown software companies to flourish.
Yeah. So Joey, pero ang members ba ng PSIA are all Filipino-owned or do you have multinational companies as well?
Oh, it's halo.
Halo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I would say that the majority, we have 170
are local companies.
Are local companies. More than, siguro 2/3 local yan. The 1/3 are foreign-owned companies. Sabihin na natin, Microsoft, IBM, Accenture, Oracle, yan, mga
SAP,
foreign companies, SAP, they're foreign companies. Pero if you look at in terms of headcount, in terms of employees, even though yung foreign companies 1/3 ng companies na software industry, they account for more than 2/3 of the employment. So, mas konti sila in terms of number of companies, but mas marami sila in terms of employment.
Kasi mas malaki yung...
Mas malalaki sila.
Base nila.
Kung kumbaga kami, mga local software companies kami, siguro pinakamalaki na sa amin, 1,000 employees, no? The biggest among us. On the average, like for example, my own company, Gurango Software, we have about 100 employees. Yan ang average. Kung local company ka, malaki ka na kung over 250, malaki na yon.
For a local company, malaki na yun.
1,000, yan, malaki talaga yan. Pero for the foreign companies, there are companies based in the Philippines that have multiple thousands. 5,000, 6,000 employees.
Yung Accenture for 35,000 yata sila.
Marami sila. So, maganda yon dahil pag meron kang mga ganyang klaseng kumpanya rito, we are exposing our software engineers to world-class standards. Kasi world-class naman yung mga yan.
So you mean you're not envious to these companies?
Well, siguro envious lang in terms of malaki kinikita nila. Pero in terms of, is it, maraming tatanong sa akin, Joy, is that good or bad?
Yes.
I think generally it's good. It's good that they are here. It provides employment.
Yes.
In general, kasi ang software industry, alam mo, kung in terms of employment, hindi lang yan very stable employment and growing employment. It is good employment because the software industry in general
are knowledge-based tsaka
is knowledge-based. They pay better than the average. At saka yung natututunan mo dyan, pwede mong i-apply mo sinasaan sa mundo.
Anywhere in the world.
So we are exposing our software engineers, Filipino software engineers, to world-class standards, which makes them very deployable.
We've heard many stories, Sir Joey, no? Yung mga consultants natin dito, yung from Oracle, from Microsoft, from SAP, from SAS, pinag-aagawan. Minsan nauubusan sila dito. Kasi they're heavily in demand in some part of the world, in this corner of the world. So, alam po, that proves the global knowledge and skills of the Filipino software developers. So,
yan ang pinatawag na good news, bad news.
Oo nga.
Ang good news dyan, totoo, talagang pwede natin ipaglibang at ipagmalaki ang gilas at galing ng mga Pilipino when it comes to technology. They are. You can go to almost any IT shop in any large city.
There's always a Filipino.
Meron yung Filipino, but hindi lang yan. Kung tanungin mo yung may-ari, kung tanungin mo yung managers, if you have a preference, anong klaseng, saan mo gustong kunin yung mga tao ninyo? If you have to get them from any foreign country, top 3 palagi Philippines. Philippines ang kanyang preferred. Okay? So that's the good news.
Okay.
No? Kasi maganda. The bad news naman syempre is since andun yung oportunidad, andun yung kanilang opportunity, mas marami sa mga magaling natin na pupunta sa ibang bansa. So medyo nababawasan yung mga magaling na engineers natin who could actually contribute to nation building and contribute to local businesses na pupunta sa iba. Of course, I don't blame them. Maganda yung kanilang kinabukasan nila.
Pero just like you siguro, Sir Joey, no? You were based in the US for a while, and then siguro dahil Pilipino ka, there was some force pulling you back here in the Philippines. Siguro for these guys who are now based in some parts of the world, siguro just like what happened in India, siguro bigyan lang konting incentives or whatever. Siguro they'll contribute they'll go back to contribute to their homeland.
Yeah, totoo yan, Melvin. Ang wish ko lang na mangyari sa Pilipinas yung phenomenon na nangyayari sa India, no? The truth is right now, it is fueling the growth of the Indian software industry. All of these Indians na during the Y2K boom, this is now 13 years ago, 14 years ago, 15 years ago, they went to the US. But for the most part, in North America, doon sila, bata pa sila noon, doon sila lumipat, doon sila lumaki, doon sila gumaling, doon sila naging mayaman. But now, so many of them are going back to India. And they are establishing Indian-owned companies, using their contacts in North America to have a business which is international. So, wish ko lang talaga, mangyari din sa Pilipinas yun. And we are about due. I mean, nung panahon ko, nung early 90s, hindi pa masyadong common yan.
Yes.
But in the recent 2 to 3 years, I have been seeing so many Filipino expats na galing sa ibang bansa, na bumabalik because they are seeing that the Philippines is becoming a real center in terms of the IT universe. Kumbaga dati, we are behind. Dati, kung sabihin mo sa Pilipinas ka, you are 18 to 24 months behind the technical wave, what they call. Kumbaga, nauuna palagi yung North America, Europe, Philippines was behind. Today, we are in the cutting edge.
Wow.
If you look at what is happening with social media, with the cloud computing, with mobile computing, we are right there on the cutting edge. And in many cases, we are even ahead. All of the companies that are involved in mobile communications, in social media, in analytics, in cloud computing, they all have at least an office in the Philippines to study the Philippine economy, to study the Philippine society, to see what they can learn from us, which they can then apply to their own countries. So, marami hindi nakakaalam nito, but we are really at the center of the universe when it comes to the latest IT trends.
Well, it's good to know na napansin nga ni Sir Joey na meron lang signs of our talented countrymen medyo trickling back to the Philippines. Siguro Sir Joey, siguro familiar ka rin with the Brain Gain Network, sila Paco, sila Jay Sabido, our good friend Jay Sabido, na Stanford educated, doctor and masters, then
babalikan.
Oo. So, nakita mo nandun pa rin yung pagnanasa na makaano pa rin, no? Na
makabalik.
Kasi total unti-unti na level of playing field in terms of IT. So, ganyan sabi ni Sir Joey, we're at the center of the technical
universe. Yes.
Okay. Pero in terms of we have the skills and the talent pool, Sir Joey, no? What are the other challenges, problems na na nakikita niyo sa PSIA na we need to improve on?
Well, kung ang software industry yung pag-usapan, it's actually divided into two.
Okay.
The part of the software industry which is fairly big and established is what we call the software services part.
Okay.
Yan yung mga BPO. Yan yung mga gumagawa ng outsourced services for local and overseas customers.
So when you say software services, Sir Joey, you create a software para sa isang kliyente, ganun ba yun?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you are doing it, you are being paid by another company to develop software for them. Okay. And the other component is the product.
Okay.
So product companies. And product companies, nakakaiba sila sa service dahil gumagawa sila ng product tapos binibenta nila.
Ito yung ginagawa, for example, ng Gurango Software Corporation.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, ang diferensya ng ginagawa namin maybe with other software companies is that our business model is based on creating products and then selling those products over and over again.
Okay.
So, every time magkaroon kami ng bagong customer, hindi ka mag-uumpisa from scratch. Hindi ka mag-umpisa from ground zero. meron ng produkto nyo na ila-license nila. Ang maganda sa license compared to services, pag may produkto ka at i-license mo yan, wala kang ginagawang additional work.
Oo.
Pwede kang mangolekta. Kumbaga whether it is what they call perpetual license, kung babayaran ka isang beses, or subscription license, binabayaran ka every month. Either way, maski na wala kang ginagawa kasi gumagana na yung
kumikita
software,
pa rin.
kumikita pa rin. Yun lang, kung kita natin yung business model na yun, yung tinatawag na very scalable business model. If you look at companies like Microsoft and other companies na ganon, yan ang kanilang
bread and butter.
Yan ang kanilang reason for their big success. Kung tawagin natin, sabihin natin, Windows. I mean, lahat tayo gumagamit ng Windows, halos lahat. Every time you install Windows or you buy Windows, syempre pupunta sa Microsoft yun. Wala lang mo silang ginawa ngayon. Ginawa yung Windows, matagal na yan. Pero hanggang ngayon, kumikita pa lang sila dyan.
Pero Sir Joey, before we go to cloud computing, no, na as opposed to the software model that you mentioned, no, yung sabi niyo bang yung ganyang model, is it still viable as of this age and time when other models such as cloud computing are emerging?
So yung model na sinasabi mo ngayon, yung tipong gagawa ka ng software tapos ilalagay mo sa CD or DVD, tapos i-install sa computer, sa yung sariling computer.
Yun po yung traditional software na model.
Actually, meron pa ring, sabihin natin, meron pa ring room, meron pa ring pagkakataon in today's economy for that kind of software. Okay. Siguro ang pinaka maganda na example is mobile apps.
Okay.
Kung tutusin mo yung iyong mobile phone, computer din yan eh. And when you install Angry Birds,
yun ang software.
Yun ang software.
Tapos nasa
So i-install mo siya sa computer. Sa iyong
Katropang Melvin, talking about cloud computing, merong tweet, no?
Okay, anong tweet na rin?
Funny question,
Okay,
Sabi, in the advent of cloud computing, how is PSIA taking on this trend?
Okay, sige, as president of PSIA. Okay.
Again, I will answer that question in two parts, no? Una, on the services side, cloud computing has actually empowered more software services for our software industry here. Why? Because in the past, in order for you to be able to service your customers overseas, you almost had to send people there. Okay? But now with the advent of cloud computing, we can do almost 100% of all the servicing for those companies, for those customers overseas from here. Because all of the infrastructure, all of the software, all of the applications are in the cloud. Meaning, we have access to them wherever we are. Maski nasa Boracay ka, pwede mong ma-access yun. So that's on the service side. On the product side, companies like Gurango Software that are in software products, the nice thing about cloud computing is that now our software can be easily delivered to any customer anywhere in the world. Hindi mo na kailangan magpadala ng tao doon o mag-install ng software or magpadala ng download. Maski na download, hindi mo na kailangan. You just have to have a browser and an internet connection. And of course, a license. You have to pay for it. And then you can access the software in the cloud. So, PSIA and the software industry looks at cloud computing as an enabler. It should actually accelerate the growth of our industry and not hinder it.
So on your part as a product software based company, you're not at all threatened by this because nga you can deliver your software from remotely.
Yes. And one of the things sabi nga sila ngayon, we are moving almost all, I'd say by the next 18 months, lahat ng produkto namin dati na on-premise, kumbaga kailangan mong i-install sa computer mo in the past, within the next 18 months, all of that will now be available on the cloud. Okay? Because we are following that trend. Ang maganda dyan, we now have the ability to do something which we could not do before, which is try before you buy. So we have customers that says, maganda yung produkto nyo, gusto namin subukan, pero pag i-install namin yan, ibig sabihin mo, alam naman natin, mga ibang tao, medyo duda pa.
Yes.
So what we do is say, okay, fine, we will give you access to the cloud software. You use it for 1 month, 2 months, even 3 months for free. And if you don't want to buy it, then we'll turn it off. nung unang panahon, kung gawin mo yan, pag naka-install na syempre yung software, after a certain time, pwede pa rin lang gamitin. But now, because it's in the cloud, we control it, we can turn it off. So they can try before they die.
Okay.
Ayun, okay.
Meron pa
Para sa mga, bumabaha ka,
ganun ba?
Para sa mga
pala
gusto
fans ko si Sir Joey.
i-hashtag nyo po kami sa Newsbytes.
Katropa.
on air. Follow-up question, Sir Joey. Sa cloud computing ulit, hindi ko maintindihan yung tanong na to. Ano ang epekto ng cloud computing sa piracy? Siguro gusto nilang i-relate.
Siguro.
Paano kinag-curve yung piracy with cloud computing?
Pasagot na rin kay Sir Joey.
Yes.
Actually, malaki ang positive effect niya, no? Kasi siyempre, pag yung software mo nasa cloud, paano pa ipapirate siya? Di ba? Isa rin yun sa reason kung bakit hindi kami pupunta, no? Kasi in the past talaga, pumunta ka ng Vida Mall, halos lahat ng software makukuha mo naman. So, ba't mo pabibilin? Kung isang DVD, makukuha mo ng 500 pesos o lahat ng software, ba't ka pabibili? Ngayon, since the software is in the cloud, hindi na problema yon. Because for somebody to access the software, alam mo, hindi lang sa software namin, kasi business software kami, but even games, even consumer software, yung mga software na ginagamit sa pamamahay, are all in the cloud now. And so you pay a small monthly fee, and you can continue using it. Pero if you don't pay, then you don't get it. So, mahirap talaga i-pirate. I mean, I actually, isipin mo ngayon, hindi ko maisip kung paano talaga i-pirate. Maganda yan.
Kung katropang Marlon not until today na nag-guess si Sir Joey na nabukas yung isip ko na yung traditional software as kalaban, opposing model ng cloud computing, hindi pala. Complementary pala. So, di ba? So, pwede mong i-deliver yung software mo through cloud computing.
Not necessarily physically present ka dun sa client.
So, sila magkalaban.
Yes.
So, yun. It takes a guru like Sir Joey Gurango to actually explain this in a very complicated concepts to sa atin.
Simple,
mas madali, mapapanawalan. I remember sa Joey, may collaboration kayo, with Microsoft para sa isang cloud computing project for Makati LGU, di ba, Sir Joey?
Yeah, meron kami isang produkto, ang tawag sa kanya CSP.ph.
Yun, actually.
The Citizen Services Portal.
Ito
yung unang cloud-based, publicly available, subscription-based software
for
specifically LGUs. Everywhere, everything from the barangay level to the city level and even to the national level. Ang kanyang ginagawa kung isang LGU, no matter how small or how large, gusto siya magkaroon ng interactive web presence so that their constituents, the citizens, can interact with them on the web. Sabihin na natin, kailangan mo ng business permit, kailangan mo ng barangay clearance, kailangan mo ng cedula, kailangan mo makipag-appointment dun sa isang department sa iyong LGU. Magagawa mo na ngayon using CSP.ph. So, ang maganda sa offering na yan, since it's cloud-based and subscription, any LGU can sign up for it. And they will only pay a small monthly fee. There's nothing to pay upfront. Wala rin silang kailangan na server, wala silang kailangan na network. All they need is any computing device at saka internet connection. Siguro naman lahat ng LGU natin at least meron ng internet connection na yan. Maski na Globe o Smart, meron na sila. Mobile internet. So we are allowing LGUs, even with the smallest budgets, to enter the new age of computing.
Actually, maganda yung parang you had a demo, parang yung San Lorenzo Village as a para pilot user, kung dinemo kung paano papadali yung, for example, ano ba yung nakita ko doon, parang yata yung business permit, so pati collection ng garbage yata.
Hindi lang siya para sa pag-file ng mga dokumento with your LG, no? Kung merong problema sa lugar niyo, kunyari, merong basurang hindi nakakolekta, merong mga ilaw na pundido sa streetlight.
Pwede ka pumunta doon sa site, complain.
Pwede ka maglagay ng complaint doon, and that will get routed to the proper department ng LGU. sabi natin, medyo maingay yung kapitbahay ninyo. Gusto nyo
Nag-video okay habang dating gabi. Kumakanta ng AGs.
Yun, kung gusto mo ng proof, edi puno mo ng video sa computer, sa phone mo, i-upload mo sa csp.pl. So mo, meron ka ng ebidensya na maingay talaga yung kapitbahay nyo. So, pwede siyang aksyonan ng inyong barangay tanod. So, it really brings IT and technology down to the barangay level with a very, very minimal upfront investment. Yun ang problema kasi sa IT dati talaga, napakalaking capital investment. Tinanggal namin yun. So, ngayon, with a small monthly fee, they can enter the world of the web.
Tsaka ano ngayon, Sir Joey, no, aside from your cloud computing based na na product, no, marami pang mga ibang mga Filipino owned or locally created na mga software, na mga parang mga payrolls, HR, pa ba? Na
alam mo,
computing based.
merong isang produktong gusto kong ipalam sa inyo dahil napaka-proud ako. No?
Okay.
This is one company. Actually, hindi nga kumpanya dalawang estudyante lang gumawa. These two students, baka graduate lang they joined a competition and they have a product called Snapshot. Ang ginagawa nito, isang program that works with Facebook. At kung ipatakbo yung kanilang program, kukunin nila yung Facebook mo, o yung Facebook account mo, o Facebook account ng kumpanya mo, gagawa siya ng isang mobile app, all within minutes. And that mobile app can be installed on your mobile phone, on your smartphone, and pag ina-update mo yung Facebook mo online, ina-update din niya yung laman ng iyong mobile phone. Meaning, you can have all the information that's on your Facebook account in a mobile application. So, isipin mo, anong gagawin mo doon? Kung kumpanya ka, gusto mong magkaroon ng, kunyari, parts catalog. Lahat ng produkto mo, ilagay mo sa Facebook, pagiging mobile app ngayon yun, pwede na yung magamit ng mga customer mo. And it's all free. This particular application was so successful that they were able to attract an investment of $1.5 million from an investor in the US.
Okay.
Pilipino yan, hindi lang Pilipino. Estudyante to. Bata pa to. Yan ang gusto mo lang makita sa Pilipinas.
No.
Pero bang Melvin, talking about ako, natatawa ako dito sa mga question. Ikaw, walang kakwenta-kwenta, pinipili ko na.
Sige.
Ito, meron tanong meron po bang app ang Gurango software tulad ng Flappy Bird? Pwede po bang mag-develop kayo ng mas madali sa Flappy Bird? Nakakainis po kasing laro
Hindi. We're laughing about this matter, pero alam niyo po mga katropa, yung Flappy Bird, it was created by some Vietnamese guy na nasa base sa Hanoi. A lot of our developers here, kaya pong gawin yan. Kaya po yan. Ano lang po, medyo konting breaks lang or some ideas.
Kaya gumawa nga daw yung Gurango software ng mas madali sa Flappy Bird.
Sir Joey, do you do mobile apps po ba?
Yeah, pero I have to say, we are a business application.
Business application.
So, meron kami mga mobile apps running on mobile phones and tablets, pero they're all for business.
For businesses.
So wala kaming
for mga entertainers.
Pero marami sa amin gumagamit nun.
Nalaro.